Russia intends to take the whole of Ukraine, but the Russian army failed to deliver on the first day of its invasion, British Defense Secretary Ben Wallace said on Friday. Also, a senior Ukrainian defense official warned that Russian forces would enter areas just outside the capital Kyiv later on Friday after officials said the city and other locations had been struck by Russian missiles in the early hours of the morning. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said that Russian forces are targeting civilian areas and urged Russians to protest against war. Earlier on Friday, he said that Russia resumed missile strikes at 4 a.m., but its troops had been stopped from advancing in most directions. In a televised speech, Zelensky said the Russian strikes were aimed at both military and civilian targets. Russia pressed its invasion of Ukraine to the outskirts of the capital Friday after unleashing airstrikes on cities and military bases and sending in troops and tanks from three sides in an attack that could rewrite the global post-Cold War security order. Explosions sounded before dawn in Kyiv as Western leaders scheduled an emergency meeting and Ukraine's president pleaded for international help. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky vowed to stay in Kyiv as his troops battled Russian invaders who were advancing toward the capital in the biggest attack on a European state since World War II. Russian forces have captured the Chernobyl former nuclear power plant on the route between Belarus and Kyiv, a Ukrainian presidential advisor said. Ukrainian forces downed an aircraft over Kyiv, which then crashed into a residential building, said Anton Herishchenko, an advisor to the interior minister. A missile hit a Ukrainian border post in the southeast, killing and wounding some guards. Russian President Vladimir Putin said his aim was to demilitarize and denazify Ukraine. He said any hindrance would be met by such consequences that you have never encountered in your history. U.S. President Joe Biden said Putin's action was about naked aggression. He unveiled new sanctions on its banks and wealthy elite and export restrictions. French President Emmanuel Macron said he held a frank, direct and quick phone call with Putin on Thursday to ask him to stop military operations because Zelensky had asked him to. Britain, Canada, the EU, Australia, Japan, Taiwan and others unveiled sanctions against Russia, targeting banks, military exports and members of Putin's inner circle. Russians shocked by the invasion turned out by the thousands for street protests in Moscow and other cities. They signed open letters and online petitions demanding the Kremlin halt the assault. One petition garnered 330,000 signatures by the end of the day. The crackdown was swift. Some 1,745 people in 54 Russian cities were detained, at least 957 of them in Moscow.
Please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get more exciting videos.